Shout out to the trappers, we are my back lit. It's D out of Henny man, battle rap trap, and we definitely got the streets.
D out of Henny man, D out of Henny man. Put it on your YouTube.
Shout out to the trappers, we are back lit. It's the out of Henny Man, battle rap trap, and we definitely got the streets. Alright, so Battle of the Bay is going down. Shout out to GTX, everybody involved, Lush One, D-Rec, you know what I'm saying, Rap Grid, the host, Ron, and all that. Very interesting day yesterday, you know what I'm saying. I know a lot of people that's my skin tone don't understand the whole grind time vibe, so we all looking for, you know what I mean, Eazy or T-Rex or this person or that person, and you get a little bit of coleslaw on the side, you know what I mean? But at the end of the day, I already understand and respect what they do over there. So I'm not mad at it, even though it's not my cup of tea, you know what I'm saying? But I'm going to do a blog on Big K versus T-Rex, and this blog right here is about Eazy the Block Captain versus Dizaster. Let's get into it, man. I got my notes right here. Y'all know how I like to do because I smoke too much weed. I'll be forgetting stuff sometimes. On first watch, I had Eazy with 6 fire rounds in this battle. I thought that he won rounds 1 and 2, and round 3 could be debated. Now, I wanted to rewatch when I was sober so I could really do an actual recap because that's how fire these rounds were. I see a lot of people talking about time and all that, so I decided to time these rounds to the best of my ability. I ain't pinpoint the millisecond or nothing, but I got ish times, like 6-ish minutes type, you know what I mean? So let's get into it, man. Here's his first. It was around 3 minutes, 40 seconds-ish with crowd reaction. It was a dope opener. He mentions URL and Papoose off top, so we know what's up. He did a couple impersonations, good for grind time crowds. He talks some Philly stuff, then he attacks Eazy's character heavily, all direct, all angles, no layered punches or anything like we would be used to maybe at a URL event, but it's a lot of clever lines though. It's hard to quote Dizaster sometimes because you really got to write down the whole scheme so that people even get what the quote is, you know what I mean? He uses a lot of writing, you know what I mean? I don't do all that on my recaps. I'm just telling y'all it was super fire, but it was also a few random pauses and trip over his words and all that. Feel like it might have blocked a little bit of momentum in that first round, but it's a dope round. Eazy's first round was about 4 minutes, maybe a little longer, but not bad, not too longer. He opens with the perfect flip. Y'all invite me to grind time and I'm a drug dealer. White people are my best customers. He got to the Arab money joint. I'm sure Diz heard that before, but it was dope though. Then he said my favorite line of the first round. He said the 0% interest for 12 months straight line. You know what I mean? That was a personal and a punch. It was effective. I like it. Eazy showing that he's going to be more punchy this battle. Not a lot of direct stuff to Dizaster. Not all heavy punches. Sometimes I liked it. Sometimes it was but the energy is making it work regardless. We sell bean bags and squeegees that's clean glass. Like little stuff like that is simple to me. I don't go crazy off all the drug lines that people that never sold drugs in their life think that they get. I go crazy off the Jones that I know exactly what he talking about and I've been there, you know what I mean? The other Jones are cool too, but these are cool one. I like that. I feel like the first is debatable preference round. I still do edge Eazy. Maybe it was the momentum blockers for Dizaster, whereas Eazy really builds off of momentum. You know what I mean? As somebody who wore all 3 hats, you know what I mean, battler, league owner, media, I can see that Diz was still kind of warm in the cob. That was what his energy was like, you know what I mean? Possibly due to running a 3-day event with 100 battles on and having to snap into rapping immediately. You know what I mean? Shout out to him. And this wasn't just no small event, small league stuff. This is big time, big league, major battle rappers flying in from all over the world, not even the country. Shout out to Diz, man. But I got Eazy taking that first round. Now, Diz's second is around 3 minutes, 50-ish seconds, you know what I mean? Again, with crowd reaction. He starts with, all right, y'all ready? Which further makes me feel like he was just warming up the car in the first, you know what I mean? Then he starts with, y'all want to know what rhymes with gap tooth? Obviously, the answer is Papoose. But instead, he unzips his hood, and he has a Papoose shirt and says, that's who. Now, me personally, I got mixed emotions about wearing a dude face on my shirt unless he dead. But for GTX grind time, this is gold. They thought it was hilarious. Then he gets into the Hurricane Do angle. The who is this bull was hilarious. You and the inner bitch and you are indistinguishable. I don't know, man. That was crazy to me, man. You know what I mean? I'm a big fan of the whole multi-flow and all that. I like the way he threw that disrespect in there real quick on some slick tip. Further character assassination, saying Eazy stole ideas from GTX and calling Eazy a snake and all that. And then he brings up an NDA, and that is crazy. Hey, listen, we doing NDAs and battle rap, y'all? Like, hey, can you please not talk about my mother, please? Please? I ain't gonna say too much because I don't know. Eazy ain't confirmed or denied yet, but we gonna talk about that at the end of this though, you know what I'm saying? Either way, Diz is rapping amazingly at this point. He in and out of pockets. And of course, he brung up the URL versus Remy thing, lawsuits, papoose, rumors of Eazy and Remy, and he ends it with a super haymaker. I think this was a dope round. I think this was probably better than his first, although he's still using some of the same subject matter. He's attacking it from different angles and all that. I'm not mad at it. Eazy's second is a little less than 3 minutes, like 2 minutes 55-ish, you know what I'm saying? Now, Eazy has a slow opener, then he gets direct to angles, you know what I'm saying? He talks about the mass fight and a few other things. Then he does a freestyle. If URL sue me, then they sue you, you know what I'm saying? I definitely think that was a pre-rebuttal, meaning he already had it in the clip waiting, which was smart, man. That's a vet move because it worked, and his round started to turn up from there, man. He goes a Dizaster for picking foreigners to battle, and he said he'd still be losing them joints. He gets back to the math thing. The real thing to do would be make sure to out of town and get back home safe. I like that a lot. Then he did the, it wasn't enough for black people to accept you, so you got braids now. That was fire. And then he repeated it. And then he repeated it. And then he jerseyed, or in this case, he gutted, you know what I mean? So a lot of people saying he choked right there. Now, I give him a pass on the choke because he did it professionally, and these are only supposed to be 90-second rounds. You know what I mean? Now, if this was URL 3-minute rounds, his round came in a little bit less than 3 minutes, and he did that. And it did seem like a choke, even though it was a clean choke. But since this is supposed to be 90-second rounds, I feel like he got away with it. But he didn't get away with it because people still talking about it. I feel like this round is debatable too, man. First watch I had Eazy, replay I'm edging Diz. It seemed like right when Eazy was about to get that thing that really edged him, that's when he stopped. So yeah, I got Diz, man, 4 fire rounds so far though, you know what I'm saying? Now when Diz third, which was a little bit under 6 minutes with crowd reaction, he opens with a math pre-buttal. At least he showed his face online. He was just smart enough to hide his chin. He's a house cat. Favorite thing to do is lie on computers. Then Diz gets into the multi-flow and the yeah. And then he goes into the Chrome 23 talk, how you face a Chrome 23, that's supposed to be a women's league. Then he gets into the Your Honor, I'm better than you type scheme. Only thing you know how to do better is get punched in your mouth better. Then he got the OPP bar, how you gonna be mad at OPP when apparently you down with it too. He goes in on Eazy being self-centered, and I think it's very effective what he's saying, man. He's talking to Eazy Soul right now. I see a lot of people saying that Eazy was talking to Dizaster Soul in the second. You gotta give credit where it's due both ways. He's talking to Eazy Soul right here, man. He did the whole Titanic thing I liked, then he says, you look like Bugs Bunny, bitch. I like that, Joe, you know what I'm saying? He takes a huge shot at ARP seemingly out of nowhere. I already did blogs on that, so I'm not gonna talk about it, but the crowd is eating all this up. Then he said something about a Summer Madness email, huh? Dizaster on Summer Madness? Let me know if y'all want to see something like that. Is that about to happen? Then he brings up the NDA thing again to say it's trash and he should rip it in half. And then Frack pops out for a final haymaker. You know what I'm saying? If you know, you know. I feel like this is easily the round of the battle so far, but Eazy still got to rap one more time. Eazy's third, which was about 7 minutes, give or take, he starts with a scheme that leads to, I couldn't even talk about the punch because the lead up was filler. Now, I'm not the smartest person in the world, but when he says I couldn't talk about the punch, I feel like that's a compliment. Never mind, man. Don't worry about it. Y'all gonna call me a hater for telling the truth the whole time, so don't even worry about it, man. I'm moving anyway. 90 seconds into the third, I feel like it wasn't nothing major said on Eazy's side, you know what I mean? I remember my first actual watch thing, oh, Diz got this round clear already at this point, you know what I'm saying? Then he got to the one-off appeal, wasn't drug-related. Dizaster ain't Ishtelly active. I catch 3 to 11 of y'all, no need for a second shift. Woke up at 7, sold 14 by 7:30. That's a half an hour. And this next one I don't really love, but I see a lot of people do though. I got my money out the trap, so who I thought invented electricity was the plug or something like that. It just reminded me of like the Collar Code. I just found out sandwich bags were for sandwiches type joint and a few other joints like that. And then he went to the cut the rug. That was cool. I didn't know what a complete sentence was till I stood in front of my judge. You know what I'm saying? I like that a lot or whatever. I actually wrote a similar sentence line that I'm going to be using in my next battle. So y'all don't say I bit it because I'm telling y'all now. Oh, you battle. I sold crack in different languages, man. Eazy with a super strong second half to his third round, man. Personally, I like this Eazy performance better than the Reed Dollars Eazy performance. Y'all call me crazy if you want, man. I feel like like he actually brung what he was supposed to bring to grind time. Everybody not gonna go for that super laughy, ha ha, he shit. You know what I'm saying? Some people gonna go in there and they still want to rap about guns and drugs. You know what I mean? I'm not mad at it. But he made them relate. He brung it to them. He knew that it was a lot of drug addicts in the building. So he like, well, shit, y'all can relate to that at least. You know what I mean? Maybe even some drug dealers in there. I ain't telling on nobody though. I think he did exactly what he was supposed to do for GTX, and the fact that he adapted to that crowd says a lot about what he's capable of, man. And of course, Diz gave his crowd what they wanted, man. And I'm real happy that he was able to do that, especially with everything else going on. Great battle, man. I don't know, this third is kind of textbook preference battle from the styles to the subject matter. Diz clearly put more time into the writing and angling, while Eazy focused on his fans' favorite attributes, which are drug talk and believability. It could go both ways, but due to the dry spot at the beginning of Eazy's round, I'm going to edge Diz the third on rewatch. Eazy's ending definitely leaves a lasting impression, though. So it will definitely be debated probably for the rest of the year, especially when Champion of the Year season comes and all that. But I just got to highlight it was a dope battle. I ain't had no money on it. I'm probably not going to be on the Cody panel. If I am, I'll handle that when I get there. Right now, I just know it was a dope battle, debatable battle. I watched it once, had this winner. Watched it twice, had this winner. And I just want to say before I go, man, two things I got to bring up. Number one, Geechee versus Eazy right around the corner. How do y'all feel about Geechee using similar angles? Because we know it's going to happen. And then secondly, man, these NDAs, how do y'all feel about that? A lot of people have accused Eazy and Remy of sending out NDAs. Matter of fact, Geechee still got an NDA agreement as his profile picture on Twitter. So how y'all feel about them, man? Me personally, I feel like that shit has no place in the ring. Outside the ring, in the business room, or other situations, maybe. But NDAs that forbid battle rappers from speaking on certain things in the ring should not become a thing, should never become a thing. And if it did, in fact, happen, it shouldn't have happened. And nobody should have been comfortable asking another rapper to do that. This whole little deal has really turned battle rap on its head, man. This whole year, it's been a great year as far as the battles that we getting, but as far as the things that are happening behind the scenes that are kind of shifting the culture, making certain things acceptable that shouldn't be acceptable and all that, we really got to get a hold on this, because this is getting crazy, man. And that's not just me talking about Eazy, because I don't know if Eazy actually did that, and I also don't know who might get ideas from hearing that Eazy did that. But I'm going to tell you what side of the fence I stand on, man. That being said, great battle. Big K versus T-Rex recap coming real soon. I'm going to be watching day 2, and if there's anything worth recapping on there, I'm going to talk about that too. Yeah, man, I don't turn on the camera a lot, so if y'all need me, man, just throw the trap signal in the sky. I'll be there, man. It's Battle Rap Trap. We got the streets.
Shout out to the trappers, we are my back lit. It's Dizaster.